Good morning, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Let's Play series. My name is Nuvala, and I hope you're having a great day. We're just waking up from a pretty big adventure at the trial chambers last time. So today I want to take it a bit slower. Here's the chest that's got all of the goodies that we got from the trial chambers. As you can see, quite a bit of loot. And none the least are these 55 emeralds that we got here. And today we're going to put those to good use, because the first thing I want to do today is get me some mending books. In the end we will need mending on all of the tools and my gear as well. And I also got another lectern here, because I want to get an infinity enchantment on my bow. And what you may also notice is that I've gained quite a few levels since last episode. I've been shearing and breeding a lot of sheep, because we are going to need a lot of wool for one of the builds that I want to build later on. However, first let's go to trade with Marco, our mending villager. Now let's grab the paper from the paper farm. There we go, that's nearly 6 stacks, so that's quite a bit. It's probably not enough to get all of the mending books we need, but it's a good start. Now before I'm heading over there, let me just show you what I did in between episodes, because as you can see in the back over there are a lot of sheep. And looking like they're having a good time, I think. I've spent an entire day breeding and shearing these sheep. An in real life day, that is. And after that I've got about 10 stacks of white wool in here. Because I was getting nuts of all of these noises and I just wanted to do something else, I decided to go down into the mine and mine out one of the geodes that I found there. And I also went up the mountain and got myself a couple of stacks of snow blocks. So we'll be using that later on. Also, Donut is over here now. I put him in one of these stables, which is pretty basic at the moment, and I probably want to make this look a little bit prettier in the near future. But for now, this is fine. Let's just head over to the mending tower. Oh, wait, of course I need books to trade with Marco, so let's grab some leather. Yeah, that should be more than enough. How much do I need actually? I got Lucky, Softy, Spada, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And my armor makes 4 more. So that should be 11. If I just split this stack, there we go. 11 leather should make 11 books. There we go. Let's go. Hello Marco, it's been a while, hope you're doing well. Hello sir, today we have a job for you as well. But first I want to trade with Marco. So it's 24 paper per emerald. Let's just take it slow and get him up to the next trading level, because maybe we'll get a better trade from him then. There we go. Ah, see? 4 books for 1 emerald. That halves the amount of paper we need, because 4 books is only 12 paper. And an enchanted book with Curse of Binding for 35 emeralds. Well, I don't think I'll be using that trade that much, but the book trade is nice. So let's grab some leather, craft some more books, and be right back. There we go. Let's trade up to the next level and see what trades we get then. Ink sacs, okay. Well, I don't have a lot of those yet, but they're fairly easy to get. And the glass trade is also nice. Let's see if we can get him up to another level. Doesn't look like it. Trade some of the paper. No, why did I do that? That's just a waste of paper, basically. Anyway, it seems that this is all we got for now, so let's see how many mending books we can get from this. Apparently that makes 3. Got 9 emeralds left. So we gotta choose on which tools and or gear we are going to use these first. I always like coming up here, especially during the sunset. It's really nice seeing the sun move beyond the horizon. Also, this is kind of an in-between episode between the trial chamber and the Ender Dragon fight, which is next episode. Kind of a spoiler there maybe. But I'm going to need to keep myself awake for a couple of nights, because I need some potions of slow falling, so I'll need to keep myself awake in order for phantoms to be able to spawn. So for now, let's put some mending books on our tools. First I want to improve our sword, because that's almost gone. Same goes for lucky. You can also use some mending. For the third one, let's have a look at our armor, because our chest plate is pretty broken, as well as the leggings. So I could choose either one, but I like protection 4 more than I like fire protection 4, so I think I'm gonna put it on my diamond leggings. There we go. Now let's put lucky in our offhand and get down into the mine to the skeleton farm, and let's see if we can mend our tools. Now, because we are staying awake during the nights, we do have to keep an eye out for mobs. Let's hope nothing bad happens. Here we are at the skeleton farm, looking pretty quiet. Let's change that by turning off the light, and then we'll just wait. Okay, so it's nicely filled up with skeletons in there. And as you can see, both of our tools have a pretty low durability. Spada's got 340 it seems. And let's see what happens when I kill all of these skeletons. Let's see how fast this goes. Okay, that's quite an improvement from just one batch of skeletons. So this is not gonna take a lot of time. I'm just gonna stay here, kill some skeletons, repair my stuff, then I'll head up back to the surface. Okay, so our stuff is fixed. Now let's grab the lectern, and next thing on our list is getting an infinity book. Now, of course, I've got a bunch of arrows from the skeleton farm, but I just don't like using a lot of arrows, and especially having to keep coming back here every so often. So having an infinity book will be a nice quality of life improvement. Okay, back at the mending tower. Let's see if our new friend over here wants to trade us an infinity book. Here we go, first try. Nope, Riptide 3. Pretty expensive one at that. Let's try again. It's also expensive. Frostwalker 2, it's a pretty cool one, but not the one I need. Now, this might take a while. Well, look at that. That's infinity, that's pretty lucky. And a very cheap one as well. Whoa. I haven't been this lucky in a while, actually. Let's lock that trade in. There we go. Now let's put infinity on our bow. The only downside to this is that if we put infinity on this, we are not able to put mending on it, if I recall correctly. So, however, that's a trade-off I'm willing to make, because we've got a bunch of bows to repair this one downstairs at the skeleton farm. Let me know in the comments below what I should name it, because I've never actually gotten a cool name for a bow before. Talking about names, now that we've got a second librarian down there, we also need to give him a name. And someone made a joke a couple of episodes back that we got Marco Polo earlier in Minecraft than we did GTA 6. I really like that, so I think a fitting name for our second villager would be Polo. There we go. Marco and Polo. Now, because we need to stay awake for a couple of nights, I don't want to walk up on the surface all the time, because there's a chance that a creeper will blow up a part of some of my builds. So I figured that why not try out our new bow down in the caves, train on shooting arrows at targets, and while we're at it, we can explore some new parts and maybe get our hands on some extra diamonds. Now I already went that way, so I don't feel like going all the way up to the back and explore even further that way. I also don't want to go too far up, because we won't find any diamonds. So I think I want to go that way, and I think that I can see our first target over there. First try? Nope. Second try? Yes. Okay, it seems that this is pretty big. Let's see how far we can get. Let's get the creeper. Oh, skeleton. Gotcha. Why are you not dying? It's a power 5 bow. You should be dead in one arrow, right? This is great target practice, actually. There's a lot of space in between the mobs and me, so it's making it a bit harder to actually hit them. Oh, epic dodge from this zombie. Okay, so we've got a little bit of breathing space here. Let's grab the XP, light up the cave, and make our way down and further in. Whoa, not that close. Bunch of skull down here. Let's just get rid of you. I feel like I'm starting to get a hang of it. Finally, our first diamonds. There we go. Another diamond. Let's get the redstone as well. More diamonds. Oh, that's a big pocket. Nice. Whoa. Did not expect that, but nice to get the achievement. Gotta stay sharp. Take this nice and easy. More diamonds. That's a pretty big one. Pretty sure I saw some more back over there. It's always worth it to dig around a little bit and see if there's more. See? There we go. I've been finding a lot of diamonds in here. Anyway, I've been down here for about an hour now, so a couple of days should have passed. Let's just make our way back to the surface. Okay, so we're back at the surface, and as you can see, we found quite a bit of valuables. We've got a 55 redstone ore, 33 iron ore, a full stack of gold ore, and here we go, 58 diamond ores. And we even got a deep slate emerald ore, which I think is one of the most rare blocks in the game. So even though that I just kind of had to wait a couple of days in order to get some phantoms to show up, we actually trained our bow skills quite a bit, and we got all of these precious resources. I think that's time well spent. Well, it seems to be a pretty quiet night. Guess I'll just wait here for a bit. Oh, I think that's the sound. There you are. Only two of them, okay. Let's hope one of them drops anything. Ah, the first one didn't, it seems. Let's use the looting sword, maybe that helps. Come at me, bro. Try me. One fell swoop, there we go. 3 membranes, that's actually all I needed. Only needed 1. Now, let's see if the other one dropped anything. Doesn't look like it did. Well, I'm just gonna go to sleep now, because I don't like spending that much time at night at the surface. So I grabbed a blaze rod from the nether chest and a nether wart. Crafted up some glass bottles and filled those up with water, so that we can create some potions of slow falling. There we go. Let's put in the phantom membrane. There we go. Pretty sure that if we add a redstone dust to this, then the length of the potion is going to increase. Let's see what happens. There we go. One potion now lasts 4 minutes, so that makes 12 minutes of slow falling, which should be plenty of time for the Ender Dragon fight. This was one of the biggest things that I needed to do in order to prepare for this fight, actually. And I'm having a look at my chest plate here. Maybe I should make a new one before I go. Anyway, first I want to grab myself some ender pearls and some more blaze powder, because I'm going to create some eyes of ender, which we'll need to light up the portal and find our way to it. Pretty sure we'll need about 12 eyes of ender for this. And I've got some ender pearls left, so what I could do is create some extra so that I can make an ender chest. Still haven't gotten one of those. It's actually pretty handy. Gotta go and grab some obsidian. So while I was out at the lava field getting myself some obsidian, I thought to myself, don't I have a bunch of obsidian back home in one of these barrels? Ah, yes. Okay, so I went all this way for nothing. At least I've got more than enough, so that's nice, I guess. I also created extra glass for those bottles earlier on, and now I see that I've got a full stack of glass over here. Sometimes I wish I was a little bit more organized. Talking about organization, let's create that ender chest. And let's create another one, so that we'll always have one with us. One of these we can leave somewhere over here, so I guess I'll just put it right here. And then let's sleep. And that's another check on the list. So we've got a bunch of mending books, we've got an infinity bow, and we've got eyes of ender. We even got an ender chest. We've got a bunch of diamond ore. And we've practiced our bow skills down in the caves below. So you could say that we're ready for the ender fight, right? No, of course not. This is not the end of the episode. Those were all the small things that I wanted to do. Now let's do the big thing. Because when we beat the Ender Dragon, we are going to go to the Outer End Islands and we are going to get ourselves an elytra, or an elytra, whatever way you want to pronounce it. So in order to prepare for that and to fly around, we are going to need a bunch of rockets. The one vital component of rockets is gunpowder. So before the end of this episode, I want to have my creeper farm set up so that once we've got an elytra, we can go anywhere we want. So let me go and grab some materials, and once I'm ready to start building, I'll see you again. Welcome back, everybody. We're out here in the fields where it's raining. And I think I set up everything that I need for this build. Maybe a bit too much, but it's better to have too much than to have too little. As you can see, I've got a lot of spruce, a lot of trapdoors are needed for this build. And I've transported all of the wool, calcite and snow blocks here as well. I've even got some extra blocks, but not sure if I'm going to need those actually. So while I'm grabbing this stuff, let me explain why we're here out in the fields. Because as you can see, our world is all the way over there. Mending Tower is up on the hill right here. Why are we so far away? That's because what I want to build is actually pretty big. And it's going to be up in the air. Now, I don't like that being on top of the village that I want to create over there in the living area. And I don't want it too close to the mending tower as well, because it's gonna block my view. So out here in the fields, I'm going to create a form of a loading dock. And at this loading dock, an airship is going to be able to drop off their goods, which in this case is going to be gunpowder. As of right now, it's going to be a pretty standalone build because it's all the way out here. But of course, in the next few episodes, we are going to incorporate all of this area into our village as well. Into our world, I should say. Now, without further ado, let me take you into a time lapse of me building this. And I'll try and explain a thing or two along the way. I'm starting out with the loading platform. It's actually very simple because it's all made of spruce and some barrels. It needs to be big enough for one side to be the collection system and the other side remains empty for now, but I might build a crane or something on top of it. The collection system is actually 9 hoppers feeding into a single barrel, and the airship that I'm going to build on top of this will drop all of the gunpowder from the sky down onto these 9 hoppers, collecting everything in the barrel down below. I'm surrounding those hoppers with some decoration, some extra chests, and I already know that some gunpowder is probably gonna get lost and not fall on top of the hoppers, but it's probably going to produce more than enough gunpowder for me anyway. So after the loading platform, I'm creating a ladder into the air. This is where we are going to create an airship. And inside of this airship, all of the creepers are going to spawn and get killed. And then the airship is spitting out the gunpowder through this dropper, which is constantly triggered by 2 observers. So it's actually very simple. You only need about 20 hoppers for the entire farm, 2 observers and 1 dropper. Now I'm going to disguise this dropper system inside of the cockpit of this airship. And after that, it's just going to be a lot of work creating the air balloon. Now if you think that I created this ellipsoid on my own, I did not. I did not know by head how to create this, so I used a website. It's called plots with a z.co.uk, and I'll leave a link to it in the description below. You can create circles, ellipsoids, spheres, whatever you like. It's a very handy building tool. We've also got a link to it on our Discord server, where you can find all kinds of handy tools for you to build with, or to improve your gameplay. Now for the balloon, as mentioned, I'm using a bunch of white wool, calcite and snow blocks to create a bit of texture, because it's still a very simple airship. Inside of the air balloon, I'm creating the creeper farm, which is based off a design that I found by Waddles. I'll leave a link to that video in the description as well. He uses snow golems to lure the creepers towards the middle, where they fall down into water and get transported into a soul campfire, which kills them off pretty fast. The hoppers then transport the gunpowder towards the dropper, which spits out the gunpowder, falling down to the surface and collected inside of the loading dock. Now to make sure that only creepers spawn on this farm, you will have to place trapdoors at the top of the 2nd level above the floor, because creepers are slightly lower than 2 blocks and other mobs are 2 blocks tall. So putting the trapdoors at this level disables the spawning of skeletons and zombies. Make sure that you only get creepers, and I'm building 2 layers to double the spawn rate of creepers. Once the farm is pretty much operational, I've worked a little bit on some decorations on the outside. And it's pretty much finished actually. Took me a couple of hours. And to make sure that you don't get any spider spawns in here as well, you want to strategically place down some carpets. Spiders can only spawn in a 3x3 free area. So if you place the carpets a bit strategically, you should not get any spider spawns with the use of only a couple of carpets. Now I forgot to do this on the top floor, so when I was testing this, the snow golem got killed actually. And I suspect that this has been done by a spider. I mean, as you can see, there's no snow golem anymore, but there is a layer of snow, so I'll have to add a new one. Now, even though that I've only tested this for like a minute, you can already see it's produced some gunpowder, even without an AFK spot. There are also some building blocks in here from when I was fixing it, and as you can see, there's some spider string. That kind of confirms my belief that a spider in there killed a snow golem at first. Now let's create a little AFK spot all the way on top and see if the farm actually works. It's pretty scary to be up here high in the sky actually. Work without any protection. This should be high enough that hardly any mobs can spawn on the surface or down in caves below. So all mobs that do spawn should now be inside of the air balloon. And if I press F4, I can use the FreeCam mod to have a look inside. There we go. Can move outside of our body. There we are. Now we can go down there, have a look. Oh, look at that. Snow golem died again. There's still a spider in here. It's not supposed to happen. I think I'll need some more carpet on the side as well then. Top floor is not working unfortunately, so I'll have to get back in there and create a bit of a failsafe. A lot of creepers though. Bottom floor is working. As you can see, the snow golem is throwing snowballs at the creepers to lure them in. So I decided to put a roof on top of the snow golem. Should be a little bit more protected. I'm also going to place some extra carpets to make sure that no spiders can spawn, and let's see if that helps. Unfortunately though, I am running out of time, so I'll have to leave it at this and we'll check in the next episode if it works properly. Gonna leave it like this for now. Does look great to be honest, or at least if you ask me, that is. Still a pretty simple airship actually. There's the loading dock. There's the airship. From this distance it looks as if the chains are waterlogged, but that's just a Distant Horizons mod, I'm afraid. Kind of a visual glitch. Well, from up here the view is still magnificent. Airship is not in the way, and it's, as you can see, pretty standalone right now. But in the end I think I want to create a road going from Traveler's Rest all the way out to the comfort zone. So in the next few episodes we are going to incorporate it more into the world. Next time we are going to fight the Ender Dragon. We're gonna go on an adventure again. I think we are ready for it. But let me know in the comments what you think of the airship. Personally, I'm very happy with it, but as always I'm really looking forward to hearing your feedback. And other than that, well, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and see you in the next one. Cheers!